What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burndown YouTube channel. I know you can't get enough of these talking head videos, so let's get into a quick one. Got some mail time here from my boy over at Sloppy Mechanics, Mr. Matt Happel. So he sent me this little package. I want to share it and show you guys. If you watch his channel, you'll know what this is. And I actually have another box coming too. So maybe, I don't know, maybe next week we'll have another unboxing. But check this thing out. This is pretty sweet. Oh man, you sent the whole deal. That is awesome. So I received one of the test boards. So this is an I/O expansion essentially for the Terminator X. So that is awesome. And he was asking me about it when he first came out with it. I was like, oh, that thing kills, dude. That would be great, because the Terminator X is so limited in I/O capabilities. It's not that it's limited. Let's be honest. There's not that many, but coming up from like a stock computer, you get a bunch, right? And then you're spoiled. And then you look at that one, then you look at the Dominator, and it like ruins your, the lunch that you were eating, because you're like, man, that dude's lunch looks so much better, right? It's 4 in, 4 out. But they get chewed up very quickly when you go to a forced induction application, and then you want to run, flex fuel and all that stuff. So they get chewed up, and then you're like, man, I wish I could kind of do this, and I wish I could do that, right? So this helps solve that. I know he's working on it. I don't know the price point or anything like that yet. I know that this is tested, and it does work. And it does, let's see if you put a little note here. Well, that's all it is, yeah, a little note. So it's the board, and then these are the numbers, probably the pin numbers, the I/O on the thing. Yeah, so from what I understand, this thing is set up to do flex fuel, so flex signal, and then it'll do the dial ground. So this is the dial boost deal, or the dial knob here. So you turn it, woo, woo, woo. So that is killer. And then it runs it through the CAN bus. So you plug all these things in, you get your dial boost, you get your flex fuel, run through the CAN bus, and that's going to open up at least a couple I/O on that, right? So it's cool. It's a way to expand it. On the Malibu, I was excited for that. On the Malibu, I was running a Power Glide. My I/O was kind of chewed up, and I'm like, well, if I can get some of the I/O off of that, maybe we could do like a drive shaft speed sensor. We can do, some other things that I may be looking at, like a shock travel sensor. I thought would be kind of cool for like the rear, especially because I'm by myself all the time and I can't film my tires. So at least if I could see the shock travel sensor, but it would open up some I/O so I could do those things. And then fast forward, because this was a little while ago when he started this. Now I need a new computer to control the transmission in the Malibu. So that's part of the reason it's really expensive to do that. So for that application, I don't know if this will be good for that, for the Malibu. It may or may not. But what would be cool is I ran out of I/O on the freaking Winnebago because I put that hill switch on it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that took away my 2-step. So I think if we use this, we'll figure out how to program this thing and put it back in there. And then maybe I could use like the dial instead of like a hill switch. Maybe I can use that. And maybe I can do, it'd be cool, maybe I can do a couple things. I don't know what kind of features, if it's just a one, but maybe what I could do would point like the turbo at it, maybe the cooling, so I could adjust the cooling or the turbo or something with it. I don't know. Maybe just the cooling fans, because with the hill switch, I want the cooling to come on sooner. So it might be cool to kind of have like use for that, or I can do it for the dial boost and then run the flex through there, and then that still opens up stuff, because everybody loves the 2-step. So for camping, not so much, but when I take it out to events, it needs to have the 2-step. But the cooling is really where it's at, because I won't even make it to the event if I can't turn the damn fans on or override them if need be. So this will definitely probably open up enough I/O that we can do those things. And then we'll have to see with the dial boost and all that other stuff. And then that's not to say that maybe this won't make its way over back into the Malibu, or we'll figure something out for that. I don't know what we're doing computer-wise. Budget-wise, we're probably looking at like an X Max, but I'll know a bit more when we get closer. And if that is the case, then this will facilitate more I/O in the Malibu. So we're going to kind of play it by ear with this, but he asked me if I wanted one of these to play with, so I said, hell yeah, if you're going to, send it over, send it. So it'll be cool, and he's going to send me a file and I can look more into it. But I'm going to come up with hopefully some sort of creative use for this, considering I have two Terminator X powered cars. I've got the X Max in the Twinnebago, and I've got the X in the Boom right now. So this will be cool. Thank you very much, Matt. That is awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the tune file and kind of playing with this thing. I did watch where you're kind of testing everything out, but it's, you know, it'll be fun to sit there and get to mess with it myself. So thank you very much, man. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I will try to answer them as best I can. If not, you need to jump over to Sloppy Mechanics, because he's gonna be able to answer them a lot better than I am. So thank you guys. I'm out.